Most men think women respect confidence. They don't. At least not the kind most men try to show. Because confidence can be faked. Respect cannot. And the moment a woman stops respecting you, everything changes. Her tone changes. Her effort changes. Her attraction changes. The scary part? Most men never notice when it happens. They only notice when she's already pulling away. When the texts get shorter. When the excitement disappears. When she suddenly says she needs space. But respect doesn't disappear overnight. It dies slowly. And most men kill it without realizing it. The first way to make women respect you is simple. Stop seeking approval. This destroys more attraction than almost anything else. Picture this. A man meets a woman he likes. Suddenly he changes. He starts agreeing with everything she says. He laughs harder than he should. He becomes available every second of the day. He edits his personality. Why? Because he's afraid she'll leave. But here's what actually happens. The more approval he seeks, the less respect she feels. Because people respect people who respect themselves first. Think about the men you admire. They don't constantly ask if they're good enough. They don't need validation every 5 minutes. They know who they are. And that certainty becomes powerful. A woman notices it immediately. The second way is emotional control. This is where most men fail. Not because they're weak. Because they're reactive. One bad text ruins their day. One disagreement turns into an argument. One moment of jealousy creates chaos. But emotionally strong men operate differently. When something upsets them, they don't explode. They don't panic. They don't chase answers. They stay calm. And calmness creates power. Imagine 2 men. One gets ignored for 6 hours. He sends 5 follow-up messages. He starts overthinking. He becomes frustrated. The other continues his day. Works. Exercises. Lives his life. When she replies, he responds normally. Which man looks stronger? The answer is obvious. Emotional control isn't about hiding feelings. It's about controlling your reactions. Because when your emotions control you, everyone else can control you too. And women deeply respect men who remain steady under pressure. Now here's where things get interesting. Because the third way has nothing to do with women. And everything to do with your life. Have a mission. Not a dream. Not a wish. A mission. Most men become completely consumed by a woman. Their hobbies disappear. Their goals disappear. Their ambition disappears. She becomes the center of their world. At first, it seems romantic. But over time it becomes unattractive. Why? Because respect grows when a man has direction. A purpose. A future he's building. Think about it. People naturally respect someone moving towards something meaningful. A business. A career. A skill. A vision. Something bigger than comfort. And when a woman sees that your life has momentum, she sees value. Not because you're ignoring her, but because you're not abandoning yourself for her. This is where many men lose attraction. They stop growing. They stop improving. They stop leading their own lives. Then they wonder why everything feels different. The answer was there all along. Respect follows purpose. The fourth way is learning to say no. This sounds small. It's not. In fact, it changes everything. Many men are terrified of disappointing people, especially women they like. So, they say yes to everything. Yes, to plans they don't want. Yes, to requests they don't like. Yes, to situations that drain them. Little by little, they sacrifice their boundaries. And then something strange happens. People stop valuing them. Because boundaries communicate self-worth. When a man can respectfully say no, he sends a powerful message. He values his time. He values his energy. He values himself. And that's rare. Imagine a woman asks you to cancel something important just because she's bored. Most men immediately agree. Not because they want to. Because they're afraid of losing her. But a man with standards calmly says no, not aggressively. Not emotionally. Just confidently. And confidence without aggression creates respect. Every single time. Now let's talk about something men almost never hear. The fifth way is becoming less predictable. Not through games. Not through manipulation. Through having a full life. Many men accidentally become too available. Every call answered instantly. Every text replied to immediately. Every weekend completely open. Eventually there's no mystery. No curiosity. No excitement. And human psychology is strange. We value what feels meaningful. Not what feels unlimited. Think back to something you worked hard to achieve. The effort increased the value. Relationships work similarly. When a man has goals, responsibilities, and priorities, his attention becomes valuable. Not because he's playing hard to get. Because he's genuinely engaged with life. Women notice this. And respect grows. Because a man who can enjoy life without constantly needing attention appears strong. Independent. Grounded. Too many men build their happiness around one person. Then panic when that person pulls away. But respect grows when your happiness has multiple foundations. Family. Purpose. Friends. Health. Growth. A complete life creates a complete man. And now we arrive at the sixth way. The most powerful one. Self-discipline. Because this is the foundation underneath everything else. Without discipline, confidence collapses. Without discipline, goals disappear. Without discipline, emotional control breaks. Everything comes back to this. The ability to do what needs to be done. Even when you don't feel like it. Wake up when you said you would. Train when you're tired. Work when motivation disappears. Keep your word. Especially to yourself. Most men underestimate how attractive discipline really is. Because discipline changes everything. Your body changes. Your mindset changes. Your confidence changes. Your presence changes. And people can feel it. You don't have to announce it. You don't have to brag about it. The evidence is visible. A disciplined man walks differently. Speaks differently. Carries himself differently. And respect follows naturally. Because discipline creates reliability. And reliability creates trust. But here's the truth most men never hear. Women don't respect perfection. They respect strength. Not physical strength. Internal strength. The strength to remain calm. The strength to walk away from disrespect. The strength to stay focused. The strength to keep growing. The strength to stand alone when necessary. That's what creates attraction that lasts. Anyone can impress someone for a week. Anyone can pretend for a month. But eventually masks fall off. Reality appears. Character gets exposed. And character is where respect lives. If you constantly chase approval, respect fades. If you react emotionally to everything, respect fades. If you abandon your purpose, respect fades. If you have no boundaries, respect fades. If your life revolves around one person, respect fades. If you lack discipline, respect fades. But when you respect yourself first, everything changes. You stop forcing attraction. You stop begging for attention. You stop trying to convince people of your value. Because your actions speak for you. And actions are louder than words. Always. The men who earn the deepest respect aren't the loudest. They're not the flashiest. They're not the most desperate for attention. They're simply the men who refuse to abandon themselves. And that's the difference. The moment you stop chasing respect and start becoming the kind of man who deserves it, respect starts chasing you.